again, welcome back to Girlslikeustv. I'm Ashley S.
I'm Ashley D.
I'm Jazz.
I'm Keisha. And I'm Aisha.
Okay guys, so today's episode is going to be kind of fun. But before we get into the topic, we're going to do a little icebreaker. Okay guys? Alright, so which zodiac sign matches you best as a sexual partner? So which zodiac sign do you like having that sexual chemistry with more?
I mean,
I know that's right.
I know that's right. And I'm
Means.
wrong. Okay. What is your man?
Aquarius.
Oh wow.
He was like January 31st. That's Aquarius. Yeah.
It's weird for me because Scorpios are seen as like the freakiest zodiac. And me and Jeremy are both Scorpios, and he matches that completely. But I don't have enough experience with other people.
I would say mine would definitely have to be Virgo, and I'm with a Virgo.
And mine's, I would have to say Aquarius too. That's what my man is. But I would say it because we're opposite. I don't know if y'all know about like zodiacs or horoscopes, but Leos and Aquariuses, we're completely opposite on both ends of the spectrum for like the horoscope thing. So we kind of like match each other perfectly. Like our opposites attract. Yeah.
Yeah, a Taurus and a Virgo are the perfect match.
Really?
Yeah, I like earth signs, yeah.
We match in real life, so that's all.
And I think with my zodiac sign it's like a balance. I'm a Libra.
Yeah.
Shout out to Libras, but yeah, we like a good balance. So you gotta be good in all those areas.
Okay.
Alright, so I know we just talked about our best zodiac sign, but what's the worst?
I don't know. I ain't up on the zodiacs, but shoot, anybody who just all that love making. What you say, Pisces? If you just love making, for me, so.
So Pisces, yeah, they're kind of sad, like emotional. Those are how some people will cry during sex. Pisces could like they just have to fit. They just have to let it down. I ain't never cried. You cried during sex?
Yeah. Y'all never cried?
No. You cried like tears coming out.
Was it like tears of joy though? Like this is the best.
I've had it all. Tears of joy, ecstasy, tears of love, passion. Like I'm so in love with you.
Yes.
Like I mean, I can see makeup sex or whatever. I ain't never cried.
The first time I told him I love him, we were definitely doing it. Like I love you.
Not that I love you, but
I never said that.
Yeah.
I ain't never
That's
done
a
that.
given. You gotta say that sometimes.
My worst, I feel like Scorpios because they're sorry. I know like people say that Scorpio is supposed to be like nasty or freaky or whatever, but y'all in the beginning y'all come off like very too clingy, and I don't like that. It makes me not want to do anything with you. So I agree. I steer away from Scorpios because it's like they're so clingy, like
or
sexually, like they're the type of people they talk about sex before you even have sex. So now I don't want to have sex with you. But I don't like that.
I feel like because y'all too much alike.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm a Scorpio, because I like that. And then I didn't lose my virginity until I'm 23, so that like I'm just not that like let's talk about sex type of thing.
To me, like I don't like talking about sex if we haven't had sex before.
Yeah.
Like that turned me off. Like why are you talking about pleasing me in that way? You don't even know. Like you know what I'm saying?
I can't stand a man.
Yeah. So it's just like, and I feel like Scorpios, they very not you. We get along, but I don't get along with Scorpios a lot actually.
Really?
Yeah, they be really stubborn in their ways. You know, I'm kind of bossy and then like so it just don't be fun. I just be like I be turned off by that. So I feel it.
Yeah.
Aisha, what about you?
I mean, y'all know how I am. If I had to pick one, I would definitely probably say a Scorpio as well.
Yeah.
Only because the same thing. I'm not into the whole mannish thing and just being so aggressive. I'm not an aggressive person, so I don't particularly like to be with someone who's so super aggressive. But to each his own.
But for me, it's not even because I don't know. I haven't had too many sexual partners. The only thing I can really talk about is the one I know. But for me, it's not really how aggressive he is because he matches me with the love making, but he also wants to just do it. He is more like the consistency. Like he definitely like I can like after we reach our ecstasy, I can go a few days. He's more like just do it again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but what? We just So
That's how
more
you know.
so like, but when he does it, like, I mean, I don't know if it's just me or how he does it with anybody else, but with me, I always get that passionate, easygoing, respectable. Like he gonna match whatever energy I'm giving him.
But when I say aggressive, I mean I don't want to talk about sex all the time.
Oh,
She
okay.
talk every day.
Okay. Yeah.
If you sending me DICK pics, I'm straight.
no.
I mean,
Yeah.
just always
Done that.
thinking like, hey, I want to do you. That's just I'm different.
That's a turn off, actually.
Yeah.
I just want you to let it be natural. Don't just
Yeah.
keep talking about it. That's what I mean by aggressive.
Yeah.
Because you know I like aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We didn't get into the topic yet.
My thing is, okay, Keisha said she never had pics before, but if it's from your man, Aisha, you don't want no picture from your man either. That would just turn you off.
I mean,
I'm not talking
I'm
about
not saying it
everything,
would turn me off. It's just
I'm just curious.
I'm not sending him any. So I don't
Yeah.
think him to send me any.
Okay.
I'd rather see with your clothes on or just boxers. I don't have to see like what's going on here.
Maybe like a print or something, but like I think it's ugly. I don't fucking.
Okay, we're gonna get into the topic. So today's topic, as you can see from the title, is basically, when is it time to give those goodies up? Like, is it a certain time? The 90-day rule. Do you go by that or not? So we're just gonna jump right into it. Okay. So, ladies, do you feel there is a specific time or when to give it up?
No.
Right. And why, Ash?
I feel like people that give it up the first day and people that give it up, like if they wait 3 months, like the 90-day rule, for example, honestly, I think the 90-day rule is cap. I don't know if Steve taught Lori, but I don't think it was the 90-day rule.
Taught her something different.
Yeah.
She got a different key.
I think her mama taught her because it's not. For this generation, I feel like people have sex the first week or the first day and be together for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. So
I think it depends on the person. Because if you're a person who if you're gonna give it up the first night and you can't handle it, you don't need to be giving it up the first night.
Right. That's true.
That's exactly what y'all told me when I first started. When I got out of my committed relationship and I started talking to men, Jazzlyn actually sat me down. The first boys' house I went to, it told me, Keisha, now don't do any giving it up. Don't even try to do anything like that. You're just too emotionally not gonna be able to handle it. And because I've never done, so they put me up on game.
And that's the thing, because it's we all have our experience, but when she definitely got into the dating world, I was like, Keisha, these guys, you can be a hit and quit. So no matter how good of a person you are, that has nothing. I don't want people to think that's a reflection of if it ever happened to you before. If a guy wants to be in the streets, he gonna be in the streets. So it can be a good girl like Keisha, she can be heads over heels, and he gonna dub her, no matter how great her vagina feels. So I had to definitely, give her the keys on that. But to me, like Ashley said, I think the 90-day rule is capped. I feel like whether you give it up the first week or 6 months, if he doesn't want to fool with you, he not gonna fool with you.
Right.
And even if you wait, a guy will wait till he gets it, and then he'll switch up. So it really, to me, it depends on the sexual chemistry, the compatibility. If he's treating you right, go with what you feel flows. It don't have to be forced. You don't have to think about it too much.
I think it's more for the 90 days more for the woman to have that chase, to the one to help build their if you're a person who need to show your personality first to help reel it in or something like that. But if you got the mind right to just go ahead and drop them draws and you still gonna be Gucci if he not here next morning, then go for it.
And we're not saying, let me just clarify this real quick. Nobody's saying go out and
Definitely not.
and keep hot for everybody. That's not what we're saying.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, I'm just saying personally, and then how everybody can agree. When you feel the time is right, I feel like you go off that. I'm not gonna set no rule you gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? And even if you tell a guy that, he just gonna be like, okay, she waiting. You know what I'm saying?
So let me just go do what I'm doing until I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they said everything. The only point I probably may add is it just depends on the guy.
Right.
If you're a woman who is experienced, and this is only if you're experienced, meaning you dated multiple men, I feel like at some point you're going to have a sense of discernment. You're going to know okay, I might need to make him wait because I see his temperament as opposed to somebody else. I don't want to classify, but I'm not going to say a square, but essentially somebody who is maybe not so
well versed with
somebody who's just different. You maybe can be okay, he's not, again, that goes back to me saying aggressive. I know the dude is aggressive and he's showing me signs and he's talking about it. I'm automatically let him wait because that's
Exactly.
he's showing me already. He just want that.
Yeah.
Or I'm not even gonna talk to him at all. If that makes sense. But
And that's why I always tell, like, because I have a lot of guy friends, I be telling my bros and stuff, I'm like, don't ever be pressed. Like, you just chill. If a girl like you, it's gonna come. Like, she not just hanging out with you, like, you know, just relax. But I tell y'all now, if a guy is forcing y'all, or like not forcing you, that sounds crazy, but like if he's pressuring you, just get out of there now, because it's gonna get worse.
That's all you want then.
Yeah, like it's gonna get worse.
You gotta peep the vibe.
Okay, so since we're talking that, are you considered a hoe if you sleep with a man on the first night? And what is a hoe? Let's talk about that.
my definition of a hoe, I feel like a
Break
hoe,
it down, girl.
Right.
You're so silly. But no, seriously, I feel like a hoe to me, all of the people who have, in my opinion, who have ever been called a hoe, the only thing that distinguished them from girls that wasn't hoes is that everybody knew their business. And that's just me. I feel like we don't really know what people got going on and what really makes somebody a hoe because they had sex on the first night.
Right.
How many girls have done that and we don't know? So it's like I don't know. I mean, nobody's ever called me a hoe to my face, but if somebody ever called me a hoe, I would only think that person may know one or maybe even two people that I may have slept with to even say something like that. If that makes sense. So it's almost like I wouldn't say somebody was a hoe if they did it on the first night because I just feel like it all depends. It just depends on you and meeting that person. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like just if you just having sex on the first night, it doesn't make you a hoe. But if you be having sex with Jimmy on the first night, then you having sex with Jimmy's best friend, then you can go to the basketball team friend and have sex with him too. You do a little thotty.
You doing too much. You know, you gotta respect yourself. That's what I don't think. Okay, you busted the first night. Then. But if you like Jazz said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, everybody's the first night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how you get that rep because people are talking. Now people be homie hopping. Now that's when it comes okay, girl.
She a little easy.
Somebody
who for everybody.
Right. You in group chat now.
Now Keisha just brought a point, and I want you to elaborate on that. To me, easy and being a hoe is two different things.
Definitely.
To me,
Definitely. I feel as though me, I'm not a sharer. I'm the type of person where, regardless. Okay, let me just speak because I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. So y'all already know I didn't lose my virginity until I was an adult. I was 23. I was completely inexperienced with that. Now the guy I lost my virginity to, for me, your partner history and your health history is very important for me. And the way I made my decision was he only had one partner prior, and he had just gotten all his STD results at the time we were talking. So to me, that was, and we had a really good connection. A lot of people have to gauge easy and comfortability and being realistic and practical. I wasn't looking for my husband and him. I wasn't looking for nothing long-term and serious. I was just I'm grown. I can make grown people decisions. And this is a connection. And there was a connection, and this was a good candidate because he met off my criteria. He wasn't, like you said, managed. He was very respectable, and I don't regret that. Okay. Now, someone who's easy is someone who's just very loosey-goosey and doesn't really connect the dots when it comes to using protection, just out here just winging it just so willy-nilly with any and everybody. You're not asking those type of proper questions. You just living naive. You're content with having sexual partners, multiple sexual partners for yourself, and other people you're dealing with having multiple sexual partners. So to me, it's just when you're kind of ignorant to that, because I take that type of stuff serious. When you're kind of ignorant to that, then that's someone who I would consider to be easy.
I slept with my husband, who wasn't my husband before. Wait, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Before he was my husband.
Before he was
That sounds crazy.
Just tell the story.
Alright, so let's see. So I went to West Georgia. It was after Valentine's Day, and me and Ashley was
it was my fault.
We was over these. It was after Valentine's Day. She's you want to go to this pretty nasty party? And I'm yeah, let's just go. So I get to Carrollton, and we get to Carrollton. We go to the pretty nasty party, and we go to the frat house. We meet David, and we vibe. I'm dang, who is this? I'm Ashley put me on. She You know, she make work her little magic. And then we partied. Then he's like, he asked my number, and then I didn't have sex with him that night. It probably actually would have been, but Ashley was a little lit. It was a little lit, and I was like, we gotta get home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then he was like, y'all want to hang out? The next night, I was like, Ashley, you gonna come with me? And then he was like, well, I'm gonna invite my friends too. So then we all ended up hanging. Cause you know, it was new. I didn't want to go nowhere by myself. You know, I didn't know him like that, so I had to be safe. And so we all hanging out, and then things got like, you know, it was just, the vibe was like real strong. Like
they had a strong,
like it was like crazy strong.
Yeah,
like I was like here saying like, Ashley, like, you know, we about to get married, we about to do this. I was literally planning out manifesting our
life. She manifested everything.
Yes. And I was telling, like, I was so, because he made me feel like I could be myself. Like I was like so because I was like super shy before. And meanwhile, like before this, I was like celibate actually.
That's what I was about to say. Like, and that's why I don't want people to get misconstrued. Because even though you had sex with him early or whatever, Jazz was pretty much like the ultimate like no partners. Like
I had a whole ring going. Like and I didn't this till like
she was reading the book. Like she was celibate.
Yes.
So it's like those stereotypes are crazy because it's like, but she met her soulmate. And ever since then, it was
like I just felt that. Like I'm not saying that's gonna happen for everybody, but like
but you felt the connection.
Yeah, like because when you know, you kind of like know, like because he took me on my shell. Like I felt like so myself. Right. So that's really
like Aisha said, she's a unicorn. So why do y'all think if a woman does decide to give it up early, why does men look at that negatively?
I think it's a double standard.
Because they do it.
Yeah, they do it with everything. It's kind of like men have like this idea, like the whole lock and key type situation. Like, oh, well, a woman, like she's the lock, like a key, multiple keys shouldn't be able to open the same lock or something.
Yeah.
But my key, my stuff can open multiple locks or something.
And it's like we can have that value on ourselves if we want, but it's like, don't be sitting here telling me that you out here doing, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think at the end of the day, maybe some men do actually like to chase. They just like that thrill. And then if you give it up too soon for somebody who like you haven't got that vibe with, then they lose the thrill. Like So I just think it all depends on the vibe.
Yeah, and the connection. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
I feel like it's unfortunate, but I'm gonna have to be honest. It's like I just do. I kind of understand it because I'm thinking from a man's perspective. It's as women, and I feel like we all. I mean, I don't want to speak for y'all, but we all can say like we are attached after we have a relationship with somebody. That's a soul tie for me.
Yeah.
That's a soul tie, and I feel like men are just not brought up to learn to make it that. They're learned to just do it. About their business. It's like we as little girls, we were taught that's like our most prized possession. So it's kind of a double standard, but I kind of do feel like we shouldn't be loose in that way.
Yeah, that's why I said it's okay for the vows ourselves, but I just hate how like men do the double standard. But definitely for like ourselves, like I'm not about to, you know what I'm saying?
Very emotionally attached.
Like.
Cause like if David didn't if he wasn't the guy I thought he was gonna be afterwards, I probably would have been distraught.
She would have fainted. Like she would have fainted.
Child, I would have been city girls. I would have had to come back with some vengeance.
So it's like that's why we call it like a unicorn, because it's just like that's just because even with me, like I've never had a one night stand, and I'm not like as emotional as Keisha, but I still wouldn't be able to handle like me and somebody that night when I said it the next day, like
that's a different type.
I would pass out. Like I would be like, oh my gosh, like that's hard to take. Like I don't know. And then also something that's also annoying is it's like guys, they'll want the girl who less experienced or don't have what I say the lock thing.
That doesn't have it yet as many partners.
They'll want that, but then they love the girls who be out here wilding. Like
absolutely. And that is the story of my life, because I will not kid you guys when I tell you Jeremy has explained his dream girl, and that dream girl was someone who was pretty much a virgin. So when me and him started talking, when I tell you guys, he was head over heels. He was over the moon when he knew only had one partner, and I only had done it one other time. He was like, yes, But then when he reached my experience level and saw like being with someone pretty much a virgin, this is what comes with that. Like you're literally teaching them everything. The patience runs thin.
That's true.
And it was hard for me because I was trying to meet and match that type of sexual history, and then I started feeling like, well, dang, maybe I should have been, out here having more sexual experiences, because now I feel like as many times people love to say, oh, you didn't have that many partners, that's so good. Like I feel like I wasn't respected in that aspect for that. It's like, why would you ask for that and you get that, and then this is what you do with it,
it's like
type of thing. So I definitely, and it's like, oh, I'd rather just go deal with a person who can do it all. And and then I had to learn to accept my own journey for what it was, but that's definitely real.
It's an ego thing, because like guys love to be like, oh, nobody hit my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like at the end of the day, it's like his fantasy is you do want
exactly.
Because I know, like personally, I wouldn't date a virgin, but it's different when it's you know what I'm saying? But it does come with a lot. And in your own personal experience with your relationships, do you guys think you need a title before you are sexually with a man?
No, I mean, I don't. Now that I'm an adult, now when I was in high school, yes. Yeah, absolutely, because I mean, that was like my first time, so I feel like I'm definitely not giving myself up to somebody that's not my boyfriend at the time. But as an adult, I just think it's about experiences, and that's not something I don't even want a title if you're not the right one. I mean, I do feel like you can have relations with people and it don't be all that. So.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Prior to my boyfriend now, every other person that I have had, majority of the other people I have had sex with, it was a title attached to that. But with my relationship now, we didn't have no title. It kind of it happened. So, and it worked.
I think that's good. Like when you're an adult, it's different. Like I wasn't having sex in high school, but I wouldn't raise my daughters to to just like, oh, if he ain't trying to in high school,
that's different.
Like, no, like I wouldn't like almost every time I left the house, she'd be like, don't have sex.
That's crazy because my parents never gave me the sex talk.
Oh, really?
And y'all are probably gonna fall out. But my mom even let one of my boyfriends, he used to like sleep in the bed with me while
oh wow.
And I never tried. My mom just had so much trust. Like he actually started off as my brother's friend, and then we just started talking or whatever. But a couple of nights he actually, my mom opened him the door. But it was that trust. I'm never gonna do that. I told my mom, you're a fool. But she really didn't. Me and my sister didn't lose our virginities till we were, I think she was 22, I was 23. But so I'm glad. And then I just always thought I was gonna get pregnant. I always just thought I'm gonna be the one to get pregnant. Condom, no. Like I was like, I'm gonna get pregnant. I'm not trying to. But now, like, just to answer that question, like, I have 3 daughters. Like, for me, I don't see myself even being single. Like, I can't have any type of intercourse with anybody unless they deserve that. Like, I've given myself enough and been mistreated, and that's just a very hard thing for me. I just can't see myself even just having casual sex now. It's like, where would I find them? I'm a mom, like so like I would have they would have to be courting me and give me a reason to want to allow them to have that part of me, because sex is a big thing for me. As much as how it's not as serious in a relationship, it's not a deal breaker, but it's like for me to even give you that part of me, like it's a really big thing.
Really give it to who freaking deserves it. Nobody. And it's crazy because when we were younger, Aisha, because I mean y'all don't know, but me and Aisha are cousins. Well, we're step cousins. That's how we became cousins. But when we were younger, I remember I told Aisha, I was like, I'm never having sex before marriage. Like I was like, I thought I was just gonna be literally like celibate until I was married. And I lost my virginity when I was like 17, I believe. And he was my boyfriend, so I definitely see the high school thing. Like high school, don't just be out there, to me. So I'm just like, but he was my boyfriend. But then he went to college and left me. That's how they do. So, so either way, you be looking great sometimes. But I definitely feel like I don't agree with you have to have a title, because things happen. Like you feel that connection. You know what I'm saying? We're grown now, so it's different.
And like Keisha said, courting you, I mean, that's different. I meant like saying that's my boyfriend. I mean, I just feel like, I'm not gonna say that's a unicorn. That's my favorite word. But
that's very rare.
I mean, I just feel like in your 30s, with 2030s, it's just, I don't think that's realistic anymore.
And I kind of want to know. I want to know, like, to make sure that we compatible in that area too. Like,
You said before he's your boyfriend, or like before he's your husband?
no, I'm saying before he's my boyfriend. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah.
I would say maybe before he's my husband, but
I'm saying because okay, we said do we need a title before sex?
Yeah.
Like, we have sex before we in a relationship or whatever.
yeah.
Okay, I'm like, okay, I like this.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying.
So would you get out the relationship if you didn't have sex before the relationship and?
Oh no.
Okay.
Like you saying like if I did was like okay, I'm gonna wait till we in a relationship to have
Yeah.
sex. Oh no, I'm saying like it can go either way.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is pre-relationship, it is a nice feeling to know. Okay, I feel like it's unrealistic to sit here and say that like you're only going to have sex with somebody that's your boyfriend.
Yeah.
I feel like in some instances like it's okay. Like Jazz, like how she has sex with David, like
Yeah.
like shit happens. That's what I'm basically trying to say.
Oh, yeah.
So the next question is, have you ever given up too soon and a man ghosted you or he started acting funny?
I thought I got ghosted, but it didn't turn out like that. Luckily, yeah.
I remember one time I thought I've never got ghosted, but I thought I was once, and I was
Yeah.
texting Ashley like I was like,
Oh, she
"Bruh."
was panicking.
Like it's not a good feeling when you thought you got ghosted
Yeah.
or something. But no, but the acting funny part, I feel like one thing I always say, my dad has always taught me this. He was like, a male, you give it up or whatever. If he don't want to be with you, he might start acting funny, or he might not do anything and just string you along. And so I feel like that's another thing. That's another like negative thing, because a guy is never really gonna leave you. It's kind of pretty much up to you.
Yeah.
So he's always gonna he's always gonna have sex or want to have sex. It's up to you to be like, okay, I don't want to deal with you no more and have the upper hand.
Right.
So that's kind of. I feel like a guy will rarely ghost somebody unless they just. They had a girlfriend or something.
Yeah, like they might not text you for a few days, but you're still in their roster, and when they not getting that attention from someone else,
Right.
they're gonna be like, it's your turn for your rotation.
Right, so you gotta be like on game with that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to like peep game.
Yeah, like for me, it was like I haven't had like many sexual partners, but the ones I did and like the sex was like, it was like I did the ghosting.
Right.
Like, cause the ball court be in my hands, because it's like when you got the WAP, they know you're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay, but if it's not good but if they feel like good on your end, then I'm out like a light.
Yeah. Yeah, like
And you gotta be smart enough to peep. Okay, is he here just to have sex, or is he here for other stuff? And a way to peep stuff like that is, is that all you're doing? Like, are y'all hanging out? Is he only calling you, sending you up texts?
Yeah.
You probably you in a rotation.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, because a lot of women get so giddy over the company of a man, and not realizing that the only reason why their company is accepted or appreciated is just because it's a sexual companionship. So you do need to look out for those signs. Like, are you being taken out to different places? Like, are you guys spending holidays together? Just different things that just shows you like you're not just sex to him. Like, and me, I'm the type of person, I'm gonna make sure like I'm getting that treatment regardless. Like I need to feel appreciated in all aspects, because I know I am the prize, and a lot of women need to know like you are the prize regardless. And not just because I haven't had too many sexual partners, because it's just, as a woman, you just need to put yourself on a pedestal and have those type of standards for yourself. And I just feel like a lot of women are losing that these days, because they're misconstruing having like a long-term sexual relationship with like real chemistry or real
relationship.
Real relationship type of thing. And that's why I was saying earlier, like where I'm at right now, I'm not giving myself to anybody unless I'm in a relationship with you. Like, I don't care how old I am. I know me, and I'm gonna get too attached, and I just don't want to feel like I've given myself, because like you were saying, it's a soul tie. And as much as guys don't see it as that, like I've had to explain, like, this is a soul tie. When you penetrate a woman, like, you're literally sharing, even if you don't feel like they're your soulmate, like there's a soul type of switcheroo that's going on, and like you got to be mindful of stuff like that. Then you start carrying on those type of energies, and that's why I feel like you just got to be a little bit more mindful.
I do think dudes do ghost. Like, if it's just sex, like let's say the sex isn't like up to par, they don't think it's good, or like you being super clingy with the sex, or then I think like they not gonna hit you back up if
that's
like,
true.
so I think they will ghost on that type of
That is true. Because you know what? Every girl thinks they have fire vagina.
yeah.
And that's not true. It's not true.
Okay, so what I feel like, back to the ghosted topic, I just kind of feel like dudes ghost or stop talking to people not necessarily, I mean it could be any reason, like I feel like a time, I don't think I've ever been ghosted, but it's more so I have, you know, had sex with somebody and then they just completely started acting different and they was moving on to the next thing, and I just feel like, to be honest, I feel like almost every girl in this world has had that happen to them. So it's not nothing to be ashamed of. But in that same breath, those type of things always happened to me in my adolescent ages, like when I was in college. Like that was like my first, like when I got to college, that was my first time experiencing dudes doing that. But those same dudes now,
they don't
can't stay away.
Yeah, I think that's what I
meant. It's more so like I feel like young, when you're young. And I mean, I feel like, now that I look back, 18, 17 is young. You know, 19, 21, 22, all that is young. So I kind of feel like, you know, you're just doing whatever at the moment. I feel like when you get older, you realize that was childish. And I just kind of feel like as an adult, I have not had that experience.
Right.
But I feel like in college, I definitely would see somebody on campus. I maybe see them maybe 2-3 weeks, and then the first time I actually kick it with them, like we texted or something, but we kick it with them, and then we have sex. It is like, see you later, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like I did something wrong. It's just that was the environment. Like that was the environment to do that type of stuff.
You may be having this other stuff going on. So like that's why I said next day, don't think it's just about you. A lot of times a lot of ghosting, and I kind of get this stuff from like my bros. A lot of times when you get ghosted, it's not even the fact that you was poo or your personality trash. It's that I really have a main shorty and I'm just being a guy, and I want to know what you feel like, and so now that has happened to you. But I think when I said you rarely get ghosted, I kind of meant like, yeah, you'll get ghosted, you know, you can get ghosted, but 9 times out of 10 they'll probably double back. And just like how, that's why I was telling Aisha, like we was like, everybody has double back, they're gonna always pretty much double back. But it could be like how Jazz said, and she was like, sometimes a guy will have sex with you and he don't have to like it, like just like it might not feel good to us, he don't have to like it, and they can very much dub you because of that as well, and they don't like how it feels like.
But see,
a guy, you think a guy likes everybody?
I'll be honest, y'all.
Sometimes
I just feel like dudes just have sex to have sex. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Men and women pillow talk. They will say, "Oh, it was too loose. It felt like a hallway, a hot dog in a hallway." Like that's how men talk. I'm be honest. That's how men talk, but they don't really mean that. And I just feel like men don't think, like they'll say that to their homeboys, but they not sitting around in their bed and I like that wasn't good. I really just don't think men. I feel like men have to be in a conversation to even say stuff like that. I don't think they really care. I think they just. I agree. They stop talking to you because of more so like the other reasons you said. They got a main chick, or they just want to see how many people they can hit while they here. Like, dang, how many can I get? Like, I don't necessarily think men stop messing with a girl after a one time having them and saying they'll say that, but I don't think that's what they really mean. That's what I'm saying.
So I disagree with that, because when I have talked to like my bros before, they have genuinely like, okay, been texting girl for like a week or two, and they hit and they're like, I don't like how she, like genuinely like, I don't like how she was acting during sex. She was trying to be like too passionate or like trying to kiss me. It's not what, and that's not what it is. Like, you know how like guys, they really don't, you know, if you not their girl, if you just kind of like a quick smack, they probably don't want to be emotional with you. And I feel like that's what happened with my bro in his situation, and he dubbed her literally because of that. And I felt like if it was good, he would have kept fooling with her.
I disagree.
You don't think so?
I disagree. I just do.
So you don't think a guy can genuinely just not like sex? Sex with the girl?
I'm not saying that he don't like it. I just don't feel like, I feel like men are not ghosting women because they had sex with them one time and it wasn't what they thought it was gonna be. I just don't. I just think men like to have. They just go do it to do it. That's genuinely how I feel. It's not. If they stop talking to you, I don't think he said, yeah, it was whack. Moving on to the next girl. Now,
no, that's what quick smacks are.
Yeah, no,
that's really what quick smacks are.
But I'm just saying, I don't think it's quick smack. I'm not thinking you like, oh, it was bad. I think more so, oh, it was good. I'm gonna keep talking to her. I think that's more of the I guess what's happening more so than them leaving because of one time it wasn't good.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think a lot of times
guys be like, oh, she was a quick smack and that's what it is, and they never double back.
I kind of agree with Aisha on this one because I feel like, say a man, like, if he can't get nobody else, like, he trying to find somebody to have sex with, but you know that one person who it was trash that one time, but like a vagina is a vagina.
That's how I feel, actually. Like,
so you think no matter what, they gonna always double back?
Men like sex. Sometimes it don't even matter like if it's good or bad. They just want to get their language. They just want to get their thing wet. That's it.
Yeah, they don't care for real. They'll tell you. Of course, your homeboy's gonna say, "Oh, something about like I said, people pillow talk. They'll say something negative about somebody's sex game, but that ain't gonna stop them from messing with them again. Like it's just not.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it can't go the opposite way, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that like every girl that a guy has smashed that he has double back. It's been people that they don't give a fuck about. Like that's what I'm saying. Like.
That wasn't the question. I didn't say whether they double back. I just said I don't think they're not doubling back because it was not good. That's all I'm saying.
So you saying that can never be the reason?
I'm not saying it could never be the reason, but I think it's the least likely reason. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that could be a least likely reason. I was just saying that Jazz had a point. It could go that way too.
Yeah, I would just say like it could.
I wasn't saying it was common.
Yeah.
I was saying that could very much be so because. Like I said, every girl will sit up here and say, "Oh, I got that wop, I got that wop," and realistically, everybody can't have the wop. Like you just can't.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Just like everybody can't have BDE, like big energy. Like it's real. You gotta be realistic. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you are wrong or that is most likely. I'm just saying Jazz had a point as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get what you're saying.
Okay, guys. So that was a fun topic. I hope you guys really enjoyed this topic and whatnot. So what do you guys feel about the 90-day rule? Are you with it or not? Let us know. So we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Make sure you subscribe. Bye guys.